Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I want to talk to you, but if I look a little sleepy, it's because I was in the bed and you were on my mind. And there's some things I wanted to talk with you about that I just couldn't put off any longer. So I want to talk to you about it. Now, if you got children around, you might want to send them into another room if it's night, or send them outside to play, because I want to talk to you a little straight up. And I want to talk to you in a language that is free. I really want to talk to you about why I want to be your president and why you should choose me. First of all, I want to tell you this, and I want you to listen to me sincerely. And I'm going to prove what I'm saying to you. Other candidates that are seeking your vote, seeking you to choose them, to make them president of the United States. Why do you think they want to be your president of the United States? I'm not talking about what they say. I have no interest whatsoever in what they say, because whatever they're saying is a lie. Why do you think they want to be your president? You think that they care about you, right? Well, let me ask you this. What have they been doing all their lives? When did you become important to them? When? Ask yourself this. Answer that question. When did you become so important to them? Well, I'm going to tell you why they want to serve you in the capacity of President of the United States. They want to continue doing what they've always been doing. And what is that? Making money. You're just a tool that can be used to help them make some money. Now, they are playing to a group, but it's not you. It's the powers that be. They are playing to the powers that be that would allow them to come into this circle and trusting them that they're not going to do one damn thing for you, the people. And if they have to do anything, it's so mediocre till you don't even have to be the president to do it. Anybody can do it. But they want, more than all, more than everything, is money. Every last one of them got money. Check them out. Got money. Now, I know you all have always believed in money. So if somebody got money, you might say, oh, well, they cool. You know how the story goes. The millionaire comes to town. Everybody runs to see if he's going to drop some dollars on the ground so they can reap them. And if you got a president that's got some money, he can more than likely hook you up and help you get some money. The only reality of it is that they don't hook you up. There are always a special interest group that they need to get support from that they hook up so they can get some money. They let them get investments. They take away regulations so they can screw the masses. And they bring it in and they support these candidates. And these candidates are carrying on the agenda of the powers that be. Now, who are the powers that be? I'm not going to try to tell you that, because right now it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to tell you that these guys out here trying to be your president of the United States are telling you a filthy lie. They want to use you and abuse you like they've always been doing. Now, I know the Republicans think that Ronald Reagan was the man, that conservative man. Let me tell you something about Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan made a lot of people happy. That's why you hear Republican conservatives saying Ronald Reagan. But at the same time, Ronald Reagan hurt people like it was dog. But you know what? Those of you who were blessed don't care. You don't care that other folks were hurt. All you care about is you got yours and the other folks was supposed to get hurt. You see, your mind been warped to believe some shit like that. Now, if you want to turn that thing off and don't want to hear this message and go on and live in the dark, then you turn it off and go ahead on and live in the dark. But those of you who are interested, I'm going to continue to talk to you. Ronald Reagan represented a group of people, had nothing to do with this nation as a whole. Nothing. Now I'm going to leave that alone. But let me take you to Barack Obama. Barack Obama gave a good song. You ask yourself, was he serious? Well, it doesn't matter if he was serious or not. You know he didn't do what he said he was going to do. Now he's on the stump saying that he's going to do those same things that he was going to do before. But why do you think Ronald Reagan didn't do those things? Excuse me. Why do you think Barack Obama didn't do those things? You know, Barack Obama was not going to do no fantastic things, but he planned on doing a little bit more than he has done, I'm sure. But when he came into office, he found out that was not going to be. So he started playing the game as if all the other presidents have done, playing games with you. And now Democrats are pissed off because he didn't help them. Black people are pissed off because finally they thought that a black president would be better than a white president. They had a black president, he didn't do a damn thing for them. White people glad about it, and I'm not just talking about the average white person. I'm talking about the powers that be, white people. But now Barack is playing the game. He wants to be back in. You got some Republicans talking a bunch of junk, don't give a damn about you. But the powers that be making sure that all the money they need to put this shit on TV so you can be confused, so you can get more divided, and you're not going to be thinking about what they can do for you or what they can't do for you. You just want your little devil in instead of the other big devil that's supporting somebody else. You are acting out of your mind. However, I'm going to try to make this short. Let me give you an example. When Nelson Mandela was in prison, you know he was in prison 25, 26, 27 years. Every year that Mandela was in prison, the more popular he became. He became so popular over time that it became expedient for them to let that man out of prison. He must not die in prison, because if he died in prison, he would be remembered the rest of humanity. He's been remembered as long as Jesus Christ, because he stood for something that was good, and by standing in prison and being kept in prison all this time, it made the powers that be in South Africa look as ugly is. So they had to try to see if they could find some way to negotiate. You know what negotiate means? Give a little, lose a little, and see if they can work something out with Mandela. After staying in prison for so long, I'm sure he had no problem letting Mandela know that if he decided to come out, if he'd accept them allowing him to come out, they would allow him to be president. Why would they allow him to be president? Black people didn't own anything. White people owned everything. So what is he going to be president of? I mean, really, what kind of power would he have? The black people, nobody cared about them. They couldn't do anything without the white people anyway. So, Nelson, you get a chance to come out and be president. Nelson, I'm sure, thought he could do a little bit more than what he has been able to do. And he get a chance to get out and smell the fresh air again. So, why not? He comes out, and what he was able to do for South Africa, you can measure with a tablespoon. But he was out. The powers that be was let off the hook. People in South Africa, just like they always been, really. You might be a few little changes, nothing that you can measure. But that's the way that the game is played, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when I run for president of the United States, I noticed that Republicans are trying to put all of the other candidates' dirty laundry out front. I don't need them to put my laundry out front. There's no shame in my game. My laundry, I'm able to put it out myself. I have been in jail several times for not paying parking tickets. Why would I pay parking tickets? Poor people should never have to pay a parking ticket, but they need to park just like anybody who got money. I have taken money from a company that I work for. I've told you this before. Look on some of my 100 and some videos on YouTube or Facebook, and you'll find this message. But I have taken money from a company. I think they tried to say it was swindling, but it was not swindling. I didn't trick anybody. Money was coming across my hand to go to another hand. It came across my hand. I didn't pass it on. I took it and did what I wanted with it. And having done that, I went and told the person that was supposed to receive the money that the money wasn't coming because I didn't want it to come. I'd done something with it. And the reason that I did it is because I needed attention to draw the American public to recognize that I have witnessed that they are being screwed Not only have I witnessed that they've been screwed, but I have recognized the solution. And I wanted them to know the news media won't say anything. I have no way of getting a message to them. So I commit this crime in hopes, I really hope, that I can go in that courtroom and convince that jury that conditions were so necessary that they would let me off this hook. They didn't do it. So I knew that if they didn't, I would serve time. But you, the American people, were so important to me that it was worth serving the time. And so I served the time. Now I've done other things. I smoked marijuana. For those of you who have never smoked it, I smoked that stuff, and thank God I smoked it. Thank God I smoked it. Because that old program that they had indoctrinated me with in the school system, hey, I got a reprieve from that. But now, I'm not trying to get everybody interested in smoking weed. But I'm telling you, I did. All you got to do is check around. You find out that I did. You found out that I maybe had more than one girlfriend. You'll probably find out that I've been married more than once. All of that. No shame in my game. But I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that you, the people, are important. But you are important not to politics.